Well, what do you think really went wrong and why you weren't able to convert the 300,000?
Yeah. How long is the podcast we have? No. Well, it first off started with my own fundamental education. I just flat out was lacking enough fundamental education to be able to speak in an articulate manner that would draw in investors to a deal. And just like most investors, I started out with my very close network, my friends and that I knew that were interested in real estate, but they never had experience investing in real estate, and particularly in a syndication. And here it is I was trying to educate on the fly, and I was trying to present an opportunity to these potential investors that they had no idea what they were even looking at, and I couldn't articulate it because I didn't have the experience, or
Yeah.
I didn't have the knowledge. And so in hindsight, number one, it boiled down to a lack of education, and number two, it boiled down to a lack of experience both on my end and the investors end.
Yeah.
And so that really taught me the importance of education is what it is. Everybody knows you need to continue your education, but really taught me the importance of really getting more specific about and targeted and intentful about who your investor avatar is, and particularly those who are experienced in real estate or have a better knowledge of real estate investing, and particularly syndication. I know everybody says start with your friends and families, but man, that's the hardest group of people to raise
Because
money
they
from.
know you.
They know
They
you,
know
man.
you. They remember you when you were 8 years old and you you did that thing to the neighbor's flower garden and
Yeah.
you're going to go buy an apartment
Yeah.
complex. Come on.
You want how much money from me? And you were just drunk laying around the yard the other day. Yeah, no,
How many of those
it's
people ended up have invested in deals since then?
none, because what happened is I made a pivot, right? And so I started getting, again, more intentful about networking with people that were actively involved in real estate, whether that be on the active side or passive side. Um, and so not to say I ditched them, but I just made a pivot and started
Your
really
audience.
building. Yeah. I started just growing my database of people already in the business. Now, I am still friends and close friends with a lot of those investors from that opportunity. And what's cool now is fast forward almost 3 years later, they see the growth, they see what we're doing, and now the interest is there. Right now,
That's what I was getting at, because I always tell folks, like, well, on your first one, if you're raising private money, never talk to on the first conversation like you don't need it. You don't have any deals. Usually the conversation goes, hey, this is what we do, blah blah blah. All of our deals are fully funded right now. I
Mhm.
mean, when we get another opportunity, how would you like it if I shot it over to you and get your opinion? And then, so by doing that, because you're not desperate, but the moment they sense desperation or lack of confidence, which is probably related, it's done. It's done. But they will watch. They will all watch and see how you progress. And if you're sincere, like you've been, they'll come back. A lot of them.
You are 100% accurate, and this is where patience and discipline come into play. This is a long-term game, and when you're starting out, everybody's going to make mistakes. I mean, we still make mistakes today. We're not experts by any means, right? It's always a learning and growing process, but you have to be willing to make those mistakes and put yourself out there and get uncomfortable and be patient enough to let your business grow, and people will watch and observe, even people that are in the background. This is why it's so critical to keep people in your database and keep them engaged, even in a passive position like sending a newsletter, because you may not hear from somebody for 6 months and all of a sudden they pop up and like, man, I've been watching your stuff and you guys are doing a lot of great things. I want to talk more. And yeah, it's an evolution. So patience is definitely key, and discipline for sure.